Hey guys, it's Jarek here from MMT. Today we got Ninj on the table. If you guys have been following on, we've been doing a wrestling series on common injuries or things that you might find on the treatment table or at the gym or on the mats. So today we'll be talking about the wrist. So in regards to combat sports, you might have fallen wrong or try to break your fall and you've hurt your wrist. A lot of times it can be right at the joint line, so that's where I'll show you where we'll treat today. So Ninja, we're gonna start on the floor. So it's very similar to our style of the ankle treatment. So the ankle treatment, we've done stuff dynamically using the ground. It's gonna be the same concept, but we're just using our hand and our wrist, okay? So I'm just gonna put my finger in the joint line here, and it's pretty relaxed, his arm, okay? And I just sink into the soft areas, allowing my pressure to obviously sink into those tissues. And when he's ready, he can also load it up, changing angle. Now the joint's closing as he's loading up, okay? Most people, when they injure their wrist through breaking a fall, is when their wrist or hand is actually loaded. So when they're putting weight on the hand, okay? This can simulate their symptoms as well. I'm just creating space because what can happen is when they injure their wrist, scar tissue can build up in these areas here. And what Ninja's doing, he's just playing around with his shoulder, his elbow, changing the angles, allows me to sink a little bit more deeper. This is a really great way to release and get some more range of motion and pain-free range of motion through the wrist, also working in a dynamic fashion. How does that feel, Ninj?
Yeah, good man. Very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Very connected, and yeah, like Jarek was saying, I can be involved with my own
therapy.
therapy.
He can be in control.
Oh, that's a really good spot.
And this is no wax, so I like to just, again, stay connected. Not too much movement, but I might be just working different angles like that. And I can also do a little bit of drag, because sometimes you can work into the forearm as well, like that. I might just change my angle and then go through here as well. So it really depends on where you've kind of locked up in the wrist. So Ninja's just kind of shortening, and then he can go through a lengthen phase like that.
Whoa, that's good.
Feels like I can get a bit more deeper as you've lengthened this position here. And most of the time we just need time on our side, so allowing my thumb to just do the work. Yeah, I'm not really pressuring too hard. And then just doing a great way to move side to side, changing your angles.
Whoa, it's nailing it, mate.
Yeah.
Therapeutic. Just know it's good.
And this can be a practitioner thing as well. We do lots of weight bearing through our treatments, using our pisiform, using our palms, thumb work. I know I've got some wrist issues as well from using a lot of palm work as well.
Whoa, that's nailing it, man. Just kind of, you can feel it spreading, the pain, you know, down into the hand and then up into the forearm a bit too.
Yeah, so this can be an add-on to your treatment if you've got tight forearms. Sometimes when people's got tight forearms, it can manifest in the wrist, or tight kind of into the hands and into the fingers, which we'll go into it a bit later. I could even do stuff in between the fingers here. A lot of people, when they grip a lot, especially in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, they're using their grip. I can get in between that first finger and second finger. Very similar to how we treat the foot. Putting pressure through here, through the bones, into the interosseous membrane.
Yeah, mate.
That's it.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
Again, working different fingers. Just like that. Does that make a difference if you change angles? If it's more moving the fingers as well, I can
just
feel
trying
that.
to do little finger movements.
Yeah.
It does make a difference where you can kind of put some weight down through it
Yeah.
as well. And Yeah, it still does change it subtly. When you're into the wrist,
the wrist is more of a change, I think.
Yeah, it's more dramatic, but
Yeah.
this is subtle. But you still can feel
Yeah.
little angle shifts when you're kind of moving around.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
One of the things that you got to watch out for is in a wrist injury is there's one of the wrist joints or wrist bones is the scaphoid. So you got to watch out if you do have a bit of pain or swelling and tenderness in around where the wrist meet the thumb. It can be a contraindication in this area because a scaphoid injury is an injury you don't want. Yeah, so you do have to look into that further if you do get pain in this region.
Takes so much longer to heal.
Longer to heal, yeah.
No blood supply.
Yeah, it's limited blood supply, and because our hands, just like our foot and ankle, there's a lot of intricate bones that come together. Okay, I can even do some work along the forearm as well. So if knees just kind of flatten it out a little bit, I can do work through this smaller part where it feeds into the wrist as well. So a lot of times where these two bones meet, I can go through here. Sometimes I need a little bit more wax in this area.
It's good.
But usually when it comes in from the forearm to the wrist, it's a bit more thinner. The muscles tend to be a bit more thinner and slimmer when it comes into the wrist. I can work in from the actual groove. And when I'm ready, can scoop it out. So during treatment, I definitely go a little bit more slower, but just for the purpose of the video, we'll just speed it up like that.
Still therapeutic. It's good stuff. Whoa.
Yeah, we'll work your way up. Yeah, even up to the elbow and forearm. So the treatment can give you the platform for your hand, your wrist, and your elbow to increase the activity or go back into your sport, doing some rehab exercises, push-ups, your planks, wrist strengthening exercises, gripping exercises, dead hangs, all that stuff we can get into in some of our future videos if you guys follow along.
Forward it, man.
Yeah. Nice, guys. So if this resonates with you, stay tuned for some more videos, and thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.
Done.